Hey guys and girls, welcome back to Nazarettos channel, and in this episode I'm actually going to show you how I am going to install this sound deadening material on this 2019 Toyota RAV4. So you see in this car before, it's my RAV4, and I installed in the rear trunk this sound deadening material, and this really works. It helps a lot with sound insulation. So I'm going to install on the front door and the rear door, so I'll show you step by step. I already installed this in the trunk. There will be a link in the, below. If you want to see this video, I will show you. You see, the whole trunk is already lined with this material. It's Amazon Basics. Also these panels on the side, and the whole trunk, literally here and over here, everything is lined with this Amazon Basics sound deadening material. So pretty much this wall, the whole trunk is already lined, and this product actually works very good. Amazon Basics, this is like the sticky pad that you attach. It's kind of thin, but it does the job. I'm sure you can find better product, but I decided to go with this, and it's been good so far. Now I also want to show you this sound insulation material under the hood. So when my car was brand new, it didn't come with it. For some reason Toyota didn't install this, but it helps. It insulates some of the noise from the engine. So this product was bought, I bought it aftermarket, and I installed it as well, so it quiets down the engine a little bit. Just if you're curious, I will have the video link in the description for this too. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove this door panel. It's very easy, few bolts, and it just pops out of place. And then we're gonna disconnect this connector, this mechanism, and that's it. Now I want to show you this Amazon Basics sound deadening material. It comes in a box like this. There are 10 pieces, and they all wrapped like this. 10 pieces, and I think I'm gonna use 2. I think should be enough, because for the trunk I used 2 of these, and it was enough. But this material, like when you install it, you peel this, and then you have like these rollers, and then you just roll it in. So I would like to show you, this is 1.8 millimeter thickness, and if you go to inches, it's 0.07 inch, just for the reference. Now you can install a better one, you can buy a better one, but this just works fine for me. And also when you look up close, this Amazon Basics sound deadening material, it has like these honeycomb shape, these like almost like a bubbles here, and when you roll the roller over it, it actually creates this indentation, and it sticks better, so you know which surface you already rolled or not. So when you roll with the roller, it sticks very good, and then you actually see that these honeycombed indentations, they like, you know, flatten out a little bit when you use the roller. So let's go and remove the door panel. Okay, also before you begin this job, make sure you have these rollers. They're very cheap. I bought it on Amazon. Link will be in the description. Very helpful to have these plastic trim removal tools. I've used these tools for so many times, helped out. And if you want to cut this, you can use this, or you can use scissors. Actually, scissors would be better. And one important thing, make sure you have extra clips like this, because when you remove any door panel, these things you might lose them, you might, you know, break them, and it's very good to have extra. So I have a bunch of these door clips. I will have a link in the description for that too. But these are exactly the same like on Toyota door panels. So I had this video before, I show you how to remove this door panel, but for those who don't know, very easy. You have to pop this piece right here, you know, just insert And that's it. This panel pops. Don't lose this clip. Remove this plastic piece. You see there's a screw. Now take your favorite Phillips screwdriver. There's a bolt there. There's one right there, see? And then here. Remove these two. And now remove this one. Now you don't have to remove this. We can just, once we remove this panel, we can just pop this from the other side. But you can, if you want, you can remove it here. It'd be easier to disconnect these connectors on the bottom, like right here. Just remove this. Now remember, just put your plastic trim removal tool on this corner, pop this corner, and then you can just slide this thing out. You don't want to do it on this side because you can break this. So all we're gonna do, just flip this over and disconnect these connectors. So you just push on this one and it comes out, the bigger one. It's the same thing here. You push on this end. I like to use a flathead screwdriver, just like this. And then the connector comes out. That's it. Also, I replaced this part because this one has like lighted switches. If you want to buy this, I'll have a link in the description. As you see, all these switches light up. This is like the aftermarket unit I installed. So, if you want. Okay, now is the scary part. Take your plastic trim remover tool, stick it somewhere here on the bottom, and just yank this. And that's it. Now, you see, now this whole panel is moving. Don't worry, you're not gonna break it. It's only these white connectors. These only white clips that make that sound. And it's easy to lose them. So pop this, make sure these bolts are free, make sure this bolt is free. And now, just lift the panel up. As you see, the panel is almost free. The only thing that we have is this connector right here. And the whole panel is free. And when you remove this panel, also check for these clips. Make sure they're all in place. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So they're all in place. So this is how the door looks like in the inside. I would like to also show you, I had an upgrade here, the speakers I upgraded. These are the aftermarket one. So if you're curious, I have a link in the description, show you how I did it. Huge improvement. But we need to install insulation, and I want to install insulation sound deadening material on the inside. So let's remove this panel here. Release these wires here. Turn this knob. So these little plastic things, they just kind of like twist them and they pop out. There's one more on the top. And then this panel is supposed to come out there, there, and there. Even this plastic panel, using these retainers, that's what I'm saying, it's good to have extra, because if you break them, you can always replace them. So this is our panel. And now this is what we have. We have access to here. This is where I want to install the sound deadening material. Here, put it as far as I can in there. Some pieces here, you know, on the inside there. And it's gonna make a huge difference, guys. Now I can't insert this whole thing in there. Maybe it will fit. Like I can insert this whole thing in there, right? Like this. And then like fold it into place. Or what I can do, I just cut it into smaller pieces and then start inserting them. So the window comes down here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cut the piece here and install it. I'm gonna do piece by piece. I don't want to install like this whole thing in there. So I'm just gonna do piece by piece. So let me cut it with the scissors. See, I cut the piece like this, and I'm gonna install it like right here. Perfect, you see? So don't judge me too much. I'm not a professional. I'm just trying to do my best here and help you out, guys. So I think it's better if I do pieces like this. This one perfectly fits in there. So yeah, I'm gonna install this piece right there. And you see like a sticky material like this. And there you have it. And so I inserted this piece. I'm gonna push it as far as I can to the end. In order for this material to work good, you need to make sure it sticks well. You see, like here, I need a smaller roller, and this is when it comes handy. The other one, see, like this one. Do the best you can, make sure it sticks good. Alright, I think it's good. Sticks very good. And let's cut another piece and put it in there. So I cut this longer piece, and it perfectly fits right here. Perfect. Let's install it. And we can push it even farther. Yeah, let's do that. Let's push it all the way to the end. And here we're gonna cut like a square. These doors are so thin that anything helps. Any kind of insulation material will help. When I did the trunk, it improved the sound significantly. So I'm gonna use this feather roller. See this one right here? And I'm just gonna roll this in. Now make sure your window is up. I'm sure professionals do it better, but hey guys, this thing works. The way I'm showing you, it works. I want to show you the difference. So I'm gonna knock here, and then I'm gonna move to here. See, you hear the difference? Already makes a huge difference. Yeah, this one sticks there good. I'm just gonna cut a piece here. You see, I cut the piece like this, and it fits in here. I'm just gonna install it here. And now I'm gonna use this big roller. good. So this panel from here to the end, it's done. And I want to do some sound insulation on the bottom and maybe some smaller pieces here. I have one square that's left over from this one, and I am actually going to put it right around the lock here. Now you don't have to just completely cover everything with a sound insulation. Even small pieces like this will make a significant difference. So here I'm going to install this piece right here. As you see, I put it right there. Let's grab our roller. I got another panel and I'm gonna cut it in the middle. I'm gonna try to insert it. Actually, this one I'm gonna cut it in smaller pieces. Install a piece here, bigger piece there, and as far as I can in there. So I cut this piece like this, and it perfectly fits into here. Fits in there, perfect. So I'm gonna install this one just like this. I don't know if you can see it, but this is the long piece that I just cut. It's goes on the bottom there. Try to get my roller in there. I'm gonna use this smaller roller like this. So what I did here, I cut this long piece like this, you see? And I'm gonna put it as far as I can. And as far as you can reach, you can just apply this piece in there. It's very tricky for the inside there because you're just going by feel. But insert your hand all the way there and see how much space you got there. It's a lot. You can put like a big panel in there. Okay, this material sticks very good, and we're just gonna push it as far as we can, pretty much right behind that speaker. Like so. You see it? Let me show you. So the tricky part is to put your hand there. Like my hand is kind of fat here, and I'm trying to push it in, but you see it got dirty. I have my hand stuck in there. Just use your roller and start rolling it in. Rolling it in. The best as you can. The best you can do. Technically, you can remove the speaker. Remove the speaker and see behind it. Now I'm able to remove the speaker because the original one I cut it out, and I installed these aftermarket speakers, so I think I'll have access to the back of that panel. But if you have original speakers, they have these rivets, so I don't recommend you removing the speaker unless you have upgraded it, just like what I did before. So I put the speaker on the side. This is my aftermarket speaker, and I want to see what's going on here with my sound deadening material. I think it's a good location. I'm just gonna grab the roller. Roll it into place. Okay, let's fill this gap here first. You see, there's a gap from here to the other one. So this one, I cut it like this, and it should fit perfectly in there. Okay, just press it down with your hand. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect coverage of everything. Or we can also access it here. That's probably what you will have to do. I think I'm gonna use the smaller one. It's easier to use this one here. So I want to fill this gap right here. And if you can't get access through the speaker, probably you want just push as far as you can with your hand from inside and just cut like a few rectangular pieces and fill this spot right here. So I think 3 panels like this will be good for the front only. You see, I inserted this piece in there and it's perfect. Make sure you carefully put it, make sure it doesn't stick. Awesome, look, we covered this huge area. And you will likely have to cut smaller pieces and just do it by feel, like I explained to you. And just shine your flashlight in there. You can feel it. You can fill this easily. Start with smaller pieces. But since I can see what I'm doing here, I cut this one big piece and fill it in. I'm just gonna roll it. Grab my roller. Gonna use this one. So now what I want to do, cut smaller pieces and fill this area right here. I'm just gonna cut a few squares. See, just like this. You can cut a few rectangulars or squares, however you like it, and just start filling in the gaps. This sound insulation makes a huge difference for these RAV4s because these cars are a little bit loud. They don't have as much insulation, and this stuff really works. Now for the bottom, there's some metal there. I cut these rectangular pieces. They're like a little bit smaller, and I'm just gonna insert that. I'm gonna put one there, one to the left, and one piece to the right. Also, one small piece is in there, you see? Now you don't have to do what I do exactly. You can just put this insulation in a bigger area, so it'll be enough. But I just want to do the best job I can. So I also cut these rectangular pieces, and I'm gonna install it right here. gonna make a significant difference, this sound insulation. Because when I drive my Lexus, it feels amazing. Such a quiet vehicle comparing to RAV4. Okay guys, we're done insulating. It looks very good. Few panels there, few panels here. Just be creative. Careful on all the wiring. The hardest part is to reach in there. And over there to the front. Some spots are still there, but that's okay. That's all right. I'm gonna put one more piece here because I have some leftovers. So I use about 3 panels and 2.5 panels, so for one door. Depends how extensive you want it. But I'm gonna cut smaller pieces. I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna cover this area here. I know that people are gonna criticize me, but this is my vehicle and I do it the way I want to do it. So I'm gonna say, oh, this is not as nice and neat. I know there's gonna be comments. Why are you using this material, basic, Amazon basic? It's my choice and it worked well in the trunk area. So that's why I'm using Amazon basic. And I have leftover was one more piece like this. So I'm trying to feel where there's a gap. There's one piece I can squeeze it like somewhere in there. You can also install piece like this. Actually that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna install this leftover piece right here. I can't see anything on the inside and I don't feel anything in there, so I'm just gonna install this piece like this. Make sure you're not covering any holes. There'll be plenty of insulation, sound insulation. Now listen to this. You hear that? Huge difference. More dense. Let's compare to this one. See? So much difference. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just gonna install the speaker now. Now if you're curious to see how I did this speaker upgrade, this is another video. I will have a link in the description. In the video description you can click on the link and see how I installed these aftermarket speakers. But this is installed. That's it. Now I'm going to install the panel back. Take this part, make sure all these clips are in place. And we have to guide these cables through this hole right here. You see, I guided them. Align this clip it in. Align this one right here. Push it in. This one, this one, this one. And now take these wires here, clip them into place. Now we take these pieces like that. Now if you want, you can install extra panels, but I think it's unnecessary because listen to this, guys. Huge difference. You don't really need to install any extra panels. 3 of them, it was enough for one door. Actually, even last 2.5 panels was enough, and you don't really need to install anything here, so it's more than enough. And make sure my speaker is plugged in. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab our door panel and we're just gonna install that. So double check, make sure you have all these clips everywhere. So this bottom pulley has to be on the bottom and this is on the top. So take your door panel, kind of hold it with your knee. Like this. Okay, once this cable is installed like this, now we can pop our panel into place. So kind of lift it higher. So you have to raise this panel higher and then make sure it goes over this rubber piece in there. Like this. And now align all the clips and then just clip it in. That's it. And let's install this window regulator. We gotta clip this connector back into place. Click. Same thing here. Click. Also start with this corner. Push it in at the angle like that. Align everything. Clip into place. So now we take these long screws. One goes here and one goes here. Don't forget this one. Clips into place. Very good. Let's install this. When you're reinstalling this panel, first go with this angle. You see this little clip that you slide it into place like that, and then that's it. The door panel is installed. Start the car, test. All your windows go up and down. That one goes down, goes up. Rear. So everything works here. Mirrors. Yeah, everything works here. We had no issues. Let's see, lock. Lock, unlock. When I close the door, I feel the sound is so much better now. Look. Nice. Doesn't sound like that thin can anymore. Sounds better. Okay, same procedure you do on the passenger side. This is our driver's side, but I'm gonna move into the back to the passenger side, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna knock on this door, and if you can hear the difference, listen. Comparing to the rear, see, much louder. And also when you close the door, it feels better. So yeah, we finished the driver's side door. I use about 2.5, 3 of those sound deadening material, and in the packet we have 10, so it should be enough. I'm gonna move on to the back. So let's open the back door. To save time, I'm gonna show you, I'm not gonna show you this, but same thing. Pop this, screw here, remove this piece, and that's it. And also you can pop this connector, remove it. So I'm just gonna do it. So let's just do this. There you go, there's our panel. We removed it. We have to remove this plastic film. So on the back door is much easier. We have more open space here. We can install bigger pieces. One here. And you can reach with your hand farther. You can install one piece in here. So let's just grab one. I think 2 pieces will be more than enough for this rear door. I'm just gonna cut this whole piece in half and see where it fits. So this piece, I'm able to slide all the way back here. See, it stops right here. And that's exactly where I'm gonna install it. And this piece will slide in and go into here. You got the point. I put a piece here, rectangular one. I'm gonna cut this piece into half and we're gonna squeeze it in there. About this size. And we're just gonna push it as far as I can. There's a large area there. It's hard to put my hand in there, but and then one piece here. It's much easier to install this on the rear doors because smaller area and this opening is bigger. So this whole piece is going to be sliding under like this. And a small piece like this, we can cover this area right here. Don't forget, use your roller. You see? And we have another rectangular piece we can squeeze all the way back there, and that's about it. So I'm gonna roll it. This one, I'm gonna roll it. Somehow I fit my arm in there. That's the best I can do. I cannot squeeze any more materials in there. And just to show you, this is our window rail. And this one right here. So we're not blocking anything. You can put some sound insulation on here too, but it's more than enough for this back door. Or I'm gonna put one more square in there. So if you did not remove your speaker, you can just go by feel and just cut a rectangular piece and just install it. Or if you have a small hand, small arm, it'd be much easier to reach into that corner. Another tip for you guys, cut the pieces to like rectangular pieces like this, smaller, you can also easily insert them in there. For example, see right there, this rectangular piece fits perfectly like that. So look at this, I filled it everywhere. I installed this material everywhere. I couldn't reach all the way in the bottom, but I put some triangular pieces in there. But trust me guys, it's gonna make a huge difference. And I have left some of the pieces like this. Well, you can be creative. Also, this piece, you can just cut it, install it here, here. But look at this, significant difference in sound. It's gonna make a huge difference when you're gonna be driving. The car is gonna be quiet. So I was able to squeeze this piece in there, and that's it. Now don't worry guys, if you don't want to remove your speaker because it has rivets, just install one big piece here, one here, and here. It will be significant difference. It'll be enough. So you don't have to do it like I did. Just install one big piece here, one here, and it will be more than enough. Because you can't remove this like easily because of these rivets. I'm just gonna finish up. So the remaining pieces I cut into like a square and rectangles. I'm gonna fill it around here. Make sure not to cover these holes because that's where the clip goes. I'm gonna put one here and maybe one longer one here. So I just don't want to like throw it away, you know, I'm gonna use it up. So like this longer one, here, and then this one I'm gonna cut a square and then one over here. Okay, before I install this panel, let me show you how it looks. One big piece here and one there, and try to fill this part here and then go higher here, and then smaller pieces you can just cut them in and fit as you need it. Goes all the way to the bottom, and then here I just put these pieces. But listen to this difference, significant difference guys. All right, let's install this piece here. Okay, this thing, make sure it's glued in. This stuff is very sticky. Now before I install this panel, check all the clips like I showed you before, but pay attention to this one. This notch has to align with this piece. And it's kind of hard to do with one hand, but it has to align here. And then you raise this part and again go over this. Don't forget these connectors on the bottom here. And now there's this notch here. It has to align with this piece. So first align it. Now, okay, and then clip everything into place. Start with this corner, clip it in first, slightly elevate this and like put it over, and that's it. And you have to align all the clips and just hit it. See everything aligned. Now we're gonna connect this piece. click it. This corner has to go in. Into a little channel. Click it. Screw here, and screw here. And this panel, make sure this corner goes in first. Kind of slide it in. That's it. Our door panel is installed. Even when you close the door kind of feels heavier and quieter. So this is how you do it, 2019 up to 2024 Toyota RAV4. And also when you install nice tires, like I installed these Michelin Defenders too, the ride is so quiet, smooth, makes a huge difference. And also now I have this sound deadening material. The door feels heavier actually. So now my RAV4 will be as quiet as this Lexus that I have, and I'm gonna have a much more pleasant ride, much more quiet, because on the Lexus it's just so quiet, so amazing. I love driving it. But the RAV4 was a little bit louder, and now with all the sound insulation and a good new tires, it's gonna sound so good. So you will need 2 packages like this, 20 pieces, and you have some leftover. And this Amazon Basics, what else it says, 10 pieces, 14.5 by 10 inch. You can order it. Link will be in the description for this stuff, but I've used it for the trunk and it made a huge difference. This is why I decided to install this inside my doors now. So thank you for watching Nazarettos channel, guys and girls. Now you know how to sound deaden your Toyota RAV4, your doors and the trunk. Everything will be linked in the description. If you're curious about the parts that I use, the tools that I use, please click the link in the description. It will help me out a lot. And put the comments below, subscribe, and I hope this video was very helpful for you. And I'll see you on the next one.